Do you guys ever wonder what the difference is between big bore pipes and small bore pipes? Well, me too. So stick around because I've got a lot of information I'd like to share with you guys. Welcome back, Stupid Fast Nation. Hope y'all are having a killer weekend. Bringing you guys back for another Banshee video. Guys, I'm getting ready to go down to Tennessee to visit my good YouTuber buddy, Vasily Builds. And we've got to do some work on this Banshee here. Now, in the last video of building this thing out of some Chinese Amazon parts and some good parts, I put a lot of time and effort into getting this thing fully stripped and fully rebuilt, basically from the ground up. No stone left unturned on this bike, but it wasn't really performing at its best. And I kept questioning myself, what major changes did I make to this thing so that it could make more power, but actually wound up making less power? Number one, we changed the porting up just a little bit on this thing, not a lot. We opened up the transfers, cleaned up all of the casting flaws, and just kind of got this thing wanting to flow and breathe just a little bit better, which is really important in two strokes. They want to breathe. And then that got me to thinking, the only other major change on this that I made, horsepower-wise, was the pipes. You guessed it, the pipes. These CPI pipes. So I got around to thinking, like, what would make this thing make less power? Well, they have a small bore and a big bore. And I really didn't know exactly what the differences were between these pipes. And that's what I wanted to make this video about, because I've seen online on forums and other things, people are really curious to see the differences between small bore and big bore. And so I figured this is a great opportunity to share with you guys to get this thing ready. I picked up another set of pipes, and here in a few minutes, we're gonna get those ready, put these on, and then we're gonna talk about the differences between small bore and big bore, because these CPIs are actually a small bore pipe. They are a drag out of frame, but they are a small bore pipe essentially, which is really choking up the 521's ability to let loose and really let them cylinders breathe and flow. So with that being said, let's get started on getting the pipes ready, and then we'll talk about the differences and get this thing dialed in and ready for Tennessee. Okay guys, so I managed to pick up this set of big bore shears from a guy on Facebook for $600, shipped from across the country, but unfortunately for me, I wasn't aware of the amount of buildup left on these for several years, so we have to figure out how to clean all of this off before installing them. I'm going to start by spraying these down with some mean green and let them soak for a bit before taking a brand new razor blade and gently trying to scrape it off. This did give me some great results, but it took a lot of time. I was really worried about protecting the chrome finish, so I was very careful during this procedure. I did also try using a Brillo pad, but to no avail here. Once I got these looking decent again, I did also replace the O-rings as well. Alright guys, so now that we got the pipes ready to go, let's talk about some of the differences between the small bore and the big bore pipes. Right in front of me here, I have a set of big bore out of frame drag pipe shearers, and these basically were what I had on the Banshee before, except I had the in frames, which will flow a little bit slightly less because of the curvatures and also silencers on the back of the in frames. So they'll impede the flow just a little bit. But some bikes actually run better with silencers than without. Some of them like the back pressure just a little bit more. It has a lot to do with the porting and the setup of the engine, the timing, the fuel, all these other factors come into play. But, without getting into crazy detail, basically the difference between the small bore and the big bore, it's not actually just the chamber size itself. Now this would be a poor comparison because they're two different manufacturers of pipes. And each manufacturer is going to show a little bit different. Like LED pipes, for instance, have a massive bore, whether it's a small bore or a big bore pipe. Geometry-wise, they're just a much larger outer shell. So it may not be an exact comparison on the bore size, but the small bore shears, I had a buddy, I compared these to it, and they look very identical in size. And I'll tell you, there's also different flange types. There's like a 1.7, which is what my 521 Super Cub is. And then there's also like a 1.9, and then I think they even go up to like 2.09 or 2.2 or something like that. When you get up into like the 600s or, you know, these really big badass Banshee motors basically. So these are 1.7 flange on the cylinder, and you can see by looking at both of these that the necks coming off of the cylinder itself, the big bore is slightly larger, allowing for just a little bit more flow coming out of the cylinder. And then I will show measurements for you guys. I will grab my caliper and show you the outer diameter. They should be pretty close in thickness of steel, so that really shouldn't make a difference from pipe to pipe. And then also the other huge difference here is the Stinger inner diameter. That, my friends, is the big bonus tip. The CPIs on the inner diameter of a small bore is a 7/8 inner diameter bore. The shearer is a 1-inch inner diameter Stinger. Well, an 1/8 inch, John, that's not that much. It's enough to make a lot more back pressure on the smaller bore pipes. So that extra 1/8 inch gain on the inner diameter is going to allow a lot more flow coming out of these pipes. And then also, you know, me getting rid of the silencers should open up a little bit of the flow. They gave me both a custom made, I think these are custom made Stinger to put on the end of these. I think I'm just gonna chop the tip on a curve, like a 90, and then she'll shoot out the side. And I'll clean these up. They're a little crusty looking. So I'll clean them up, put some VHT satin clear on them for the high temp, and then we'll be ready to go. So I personally know some guys running big bore pipes on small bore setups, essentially. And you can do that. They will still breathe very well. It really just comes down to how you're tuning everything in, what you're porting, your compression, your timing, like all these things come into play with what this motor actually wants. So with that being said, let's go ahead and finish up these Stingers, get these pipes on, and we're gonna go see if this thing tears ass more or less.
New drums, and I still have my old guitar. And John said
now that we got the shearers ready to go, let's get these horsepower robbing CPIs off of this race Banshee and see what the performance difference is actually like comparing clip for clip between CPI and shearer.
just be there. We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear
Oh no, guys, I broke that one. Pew.
stage. We're playing loud, surfing the crowd. Everybody's jumping around. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be.
Now that we got the expansion chambers into position, let's work on cleaning up these homemade Stingers. They seem to have some rust from sitting for a very long time, so I'm going to sand these on the lathe and give them a nice finished steel look. When I'm done there, I'll take them over to the workbench and give them a quick shot of VHT High Temp Satin Clear, which is rated for over 2000 degrees Fahrenheit and one of my favorites. Alright, before we take this thing out shredding, let's take a look at what the pipes sound like before and after. I'll show you guys a clip here of what the CPI pipes sound like, and then we'll see what the shears sound like and the performance difference as well. One last finishing touch before taking this beast out for a proper shred. I couldn't stand looking at a straight exit. I had to do something about the look, so I decided to angle cut this. Much better. Also, if you guys like the shirt I'm wearing in this video, it's a custom design made by me, and I'm considering launching this for a limited run. It's the ATC 600R 3-wheeler sliding sideways, and the saying is, life begins where your comfort zone ends, which hits really deep for me. If this also hits deep with you, comment below, run it. Alright guys, now that we got this thing all done, let's get her fired up, and we're going to take her over to the neighbors real quick and do a couple test hits, see how this baby's running. Woo, that back kick is crazy. Now, let's take a quick look at my cold runs with the CPI out of frames, and then I'll show the shears right after. Now let's take a look at some warm runs, the CPI with the engine temp around 165 degrees, and the shear around 150 degrees. I think those results honestly speak for themselves. You can tell a really big difference not only on the launch, but also when third gear comes in. I noticed with the CPI there's a slight bog, and with the shear she just keeps on screaming through every damn gear.
God, dude. Dude, this thing is rowdy. Yeah, man. Big more pipes are the way to go, dude. I'm telling ya. All the way out here. dude. Look at look at these roofs, dude. Oh my god. All right, one more, and then I'm gonna have to clean the heck out of this thing. Yeah, baby. Dude, I felt the front wheels come off the ground for a quick second. I swear to God, that thing hopped up. If we get traction, this thing's gonna wheelie. This thing is out of control, man. Out of control. And I'm trying to be nice to it because I got my flip-flops on, but...
So what'd y'all think of them runs, man? Oh my God, this thing is incredibly sick. The big bore pipes are most definitely the way to go when you're building a big bore two-stroke. I think these video clips speak for themselves. This thing running at 170 degrees with CPI small bores, this thing would not open up like that. Now we got this thing running at 140, 150, and this thing is absolutely shredding. There's no blurble at the top of the RPM. There's no bog, no nothing. This thing literally just eats from cold right on out. So take a look. Oh my God, dude. I started all the way up here. That's probably 30 foot, at least, like legit 30-foot roost. Oh my God, yeah, because look, my tires didn't even, right there is where I started. Oh my God, look at these ruts, man. Jesus, because you can see like it's dirt there and grass here, and that thing kicked all the way back there. Oh my God, dude, this thing is incredibly sick. It sucks that I have to clean it now, but we know we got a shredder. We got a terror on our hands. This thing's coming for some people very, very soon. And I've got some races lined up. So with that being said, I'll be taking this thing down Tennessee next week to hang out with my buddy Vasily Builds. I think he's gonna let your boy take the city car for a rip, the Hayabusa Swap city car. So if y'all are interested in that type of content, stick around because next week's videos are going to be sick. I'm also heading up to New York next weekend, which by the time this video is posted will probably be like midweek next week. So it'll be a little bit after the event. It might not. If not, I'll post the dates right here. There's a three-wheeler event that I got invited to. I'm gonna be getting the ATC 600R ready in the next video and heading up to New York. That, and I have a little 200S. That's my little kid's wheelie machine. I like to wheelie that thing around all the time. And I'll be getting those ready and heading up to New York to hang out with some other YouTubers, get some awesome three-wheeler content, and check out one of the biggest ATC collections I have ever seen in my entire life. So, if you guys are interested in that, make sure you click that like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.